Hello there, it's Iron Port, and it's proudly brought to you by Ghana Community Network Services, also Ghana Oil Company Limited, GOIL, and West Blue Consulting. Media partner of this program is the Business and Financial Times. And folks, this week the Roads and Highways Minister, Honorable Amoakwata, has finally cut sword for the commencement of a roundabout, construction of a roundabout around the TEMA Community 3 junction, where there is that traffic light. Now, on your right, you get into the TEMA community itself. Just around there is the Community 3 flat. And also when you get behind, you are getting into the port. Coming from that side, you are coming from the beach road, that's from Accra area. Meridian Port Services says that due to the oncoming port expansion works there, they need to create a roundabout, ease the traffic around that area, and also allow trucks to be able to move in and out freely from the port, that's the expanded port, and then also ensure that we don't bother the community traffic inflow and outflow.
The Roads and Highways Minister, Kwesi Amoakwata, has cut sword for the commencement of the upgrading of the TEMA Community 3 Beach Road Junction project. The 7-kilometer single carriageway is being financed by the Meridian Port Services, MPS, a private partner of the Ghana Ports and Harbours Authority, at the cost of 40 million Ghana cedis, an equivalent of some $8 million US. The project is expected to ease the increased traffic congestion at that area that results from activities at the port, particularly with the incoming TEMA Port expansion project. The objective of the road project is to create a new large roundabout and 4 new slip roads to reduce the number of vehicles approaching the roundabout. The project would also create upgraded access and outlet lanes to the north, east and west approaches, and a new access at Great Railway Cross to the newly expanded TEMA Port. China Harbour Engineering Company is undertaking the improvement works with ACOM Professional Services Ghana Limited, acting as the engineering supervising consultants on behalf of MPS. It is scheduled to be completed by the end of June 2019. Speaking at the ceremony, the Minister for Roads and Highways, Kwesi Amoakwata, thanked MPS for the important corporate social initiative and the TEMA motorway slipway improvement it executed a few months back that helped ease traffic flow at that section of the highway.
The project has also been designed to improve traffic flow in the TEMA metropolis and reduce congestion to road users. The project will be undertaken as a design, finance, build, operate, and transfer.
Kwesi Amoakwata urged other corporate bodies to emulate MPS and support government to improve road networks in the country.
We use this opportunity to encourage corporate institutions and organizations to partner and support government in the delivery of road transport infrastructure through various forms of corporate social responsibility interventions.
He appealed to road users to observe traffic management measures put in place by the contractor to ensure safety and smooth execution of the project. The Chief Executive Officer of MPS, Mohammed Samara, outlining the details of the project, said it would entail earthworks covering 45,000 cubic meters, pavement of 30,000 square meters of reinforced concrete.
What we will be doing here, we will be creating slip roads to take the cars who are not supposed to enter the junction away from the junction smoothly and continue with their business on a free flow matter. Create a very big roundabout, or even it's an oval shape, to cater for bigger circulation of traffic inside it, not smaller circulation of traffic, so it will not create a bottleneck.
Mohammed Samara noted that the project will significantly reduce travel time and accidents. The Director General of Ghana Ports and Harbours Authority, Michael Lugoje, in a speech read on his behalf by the Director of Takoradi Port, Captain Ebenezer Afeidzi, said the road improvement will facilitate the smooth transport of increased containers arriving at the TEMA Port after the expansion project.
As seaports increase their amount of goods traded and are investing in order to increase its capacity, sufficient infrastructure is needed to transport these goods to the hinterland. This is the reason why the remodeling of the TEMA Community 3 intersection, which is the main highly trafficked intercity gateway to the port area and TEMA metropolis, is very critical.
The Deputy Minister for Transport, Daniel Nikwate Titus Glover, and a Member of Parliament for TEMA East, said The project will help create seamless flow of traffic in and around the port.
No meaningful industrialization can be achieved without an efficient transport and logistics system to act as a catalyst towards our industrialization efforts. It is therefore imperative that we invest significantly in the transport infrastructure base of our economy to facilitate towards industrialization.
The Member of Parliament for TEMA West and Deputy Minister of Trade and Industry, Carlos Ahenkra, equally lauded the project and reiterated that it will benefit the community and the people of Ghana.
This particular project is going to even be more beneficial to the people of TEMA, especially TEMA West, if you ask me, than even to the port. Because we've all been witnesses to situations where traffic jams along this route in the evenings. Sometimes you can stay in traffic for about 2-3 hours for no reason.
The TEMA Manche, Nia J. Kraku II, advised the people of TEMA to comport themselves during the construction period.
That was the official inauguration of that roundabout there, and hopefully by June next year, 2019, by the time the same port expansion will be opening for operations, this roundabout will be ready for use by the people of the community. Now, the contractors are pleading that the community people around there should be able to assist the contractors so that, you know, they are able to carry on their duties without any hitches, just like what they did at the TEMA end of the motorway roundabout. Also, to what extent does this particular roundabout link with the proposed 8-lane that is supposed to come from the Community 3 roundabout all the way to the Ashaman overhead, passing through the TEMA General Hospital? Because that proposal had been made by MPS that this is what they want to do, and it appears the Ministry of Highways has agreed to this particular proposal. I caught up with the CEO of MPS as well as the Minister of Roads and Highways and the Managing Director of Bolore ports around the entire globe in a special interview. First of all, Mr. Samara, congratulations. It appears this is the second major project on roads that you're undertaking. What motivated this?
I want to go home early and come to home on time and report to work and go home safely as well.
To ensure easy flow of traffic, not just for you, but for the community.
Of course, because business comes or stems out of the community. If the community is not commuting and not prompt on school, prompt on work, then basically the business will suffer.
And you think you are achieving this?
I think we have achieved this in the TEMA roundabout, and that was a great success. Even the commercial vehicles started to make more money. They could do 2 runs, 3 runs, the buses more in a day, thanks to the ease of traffic and the removal of congestion.
And for the partners, one would want to find out, why are you so interested in helping ease traffic congestion for us?
We are very proud of this project. I would say the global project, so the port project, as I think that the traffic and the road are part of the project. You know, if you don't have any road, so the traffic is blocked. And the success of the port is directly linked to the road and to have a good traffic just after the gate of the port.
Honourable Minister, within your sector, a lot of us have seen that you have been moving to do a lot of road construction, so many of them, and you partner so well the private sector. To what extent do you think this is helping ease traffic congestion within the country, and how is it helping your sector as well?
Obviously, government resources are not unlimited. All governments all over the world, need support from elsewhere, particularly from the private sector, the donor support and all that. And MPS, Meridian Port Services, is one such organization, that has partnered our government and the people of Ghana very well. They are undertaking the port expansion project, and they constructed the slip roads at the TEMA motorway roundabout, which paved the way for the current ongoing three-tier interchange, being undertaken by Shimizu Corporation, of Japan, through JICA. It was a grant extended by the government and the good people of Japan to our country, and it was, a necessary project, very necessary intervention, that preceded the construction of the interchange. That is why today, vehicles and pedestrians are able to move very freely. And MPS is repeating it, is replicating it here, as part of their social responsibility. And I'm happy personally with them, and for that matter, government, and I believe the people of this country, for two main things. They believe in quality infrastructure, and that is the hallmark and the principle of the current government. We insist on quality, and that's why I said that to us now MPS and quality, are synonymous. And then secondly, and more importantly, to government and to people of this country, wherever they undertake construction, they ensure safety, key at site. The motorway roundabout, construction, they provided all necessary detour roads, signs, and what we call synergies, lighting, everything, all safety measures.
The most congested area.
Yes,
and it was
exactly.
executed with
Yes.
incident and accident free.
So that exactly. Throughout the construction, there was not a single reported accident. And it tells you, what I'm talking about, the safety measures they took. And it was comparable to any construction, safety measures, perhaps anywhere in the world, wherever I've had the opportunity to visit, our construction site, and I applaud them. That is why when I was speaking, I said that I have no doubt in my mind that they are going to do exactly here. Because they have demonstrated it, yes, and it helps us. It was at no cost to government. They are undertaking this construction, and immediately after this, they are also taking the construction, to join the arterial road, to join, yes, the hospital road. Yes. Yes.
The hospital road, what has become the partnership you have with MPS?
Yes, that partnership, is not delinked. It's not delinked from what we have here. No, it's a joint one. So it's, if you like, call it a joint project. They finish this and they continue that. And I hope we are going to even deepen the partnership.
Mr. Samara, finally, what's the cost involved with this project?
It's in the range of 40 million Ghana cedis, and the bulk of it, obviously, to the main contractor. We closed the contract with him in the range of 7 million, $7.5, and then $0.5. And then the PMC and the various other accessories that we have to do. So it will be in the range of $8 million. At today's exchange rate will be 40 million Ghana cedis.
Finally, what do we expect from you? When we move to the 8th lane, are we going to see you a lot more still partnering?
I hope so.
So that's the Minister for Roads and Highways, the Honorable Amu Akwata, telling us that indeed the roundabout construction is linked to the 8th lane that's expected to come up just when they finish with the roundabout by June 2019, exactly when the port operations will begin at the expanded port. They will commence the 8th lane construction, and like you said, it's supposed to be by the same Meridian Port Services. That will go all the way to the Ashaman overpass according to their plan. In the meantime, a lot of people have been trying to find out what's the current state of that expanded project that's going on there, the TEMA port expansion that's going on. To what extent have they come? Indeed, are they able to meet the target of 2019 as proposed? A young civil engineer with MPS took us through that. Take a listen.
This is the biggest port expansion project in West Africa and one of the biggest in Africa. We are getting ready the first berth, which is 350 meter of quay wall and land space behind the quay wall for the arrival and installation of the new STS, which is 4 in number, and about 9 electric rubber gantry crane. Most of the paving is done. The quay wall for the first vessel is actually ready as we speak. The crane rails also ready for the cranes to come in. So I think we are very much on schedule for Christmas Day. As a civil engineer, it's more like a dream can come true to be part of this project, looking at the various aspects of the project, which is a little rare to see in your career. The marine works, the land works, trying to coordinate and bring all these together as one for everything to work together. Working on a project like this is a privilege, and also delivering the project to Ghana is also a big privilege.
So it appears that a lot of things are on course by June 2019. That's a quick reminder that indeed TEMA Port would have been expanded and operations will commence. We're going to go for a break. When we return, the Ghana Ports and Harbours Authority has honored His Excellency, the President of our Republic, for his efficiency and for his leadership in ensuring port efficiency in this country. We'll be right back.
Oh, come let us adore Him, Christ the Lord. Hooray! We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Hooray! A Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Papa no ye, Bonnie Dienko.
Hello. Good morning. This is Samantha Wendy. I am sending a purchase order from SAT Ventures International. Our policy for new supplies is 2 containers to start with, but you must deliver within 30 days.
Don't worry at all. I'm going to get you the 4 containers within 30 days or less. Bye.
To get his pineapple slices from his country to his clients overseas, Mr. Appiah and his representatives have to complete a number of regulatory compliance procedures to various international trade stakeholders.
Hey, Baba, what's going on? Get it right? I mean, how? Hey.
Using single window, Mr. Appiah has completed all his international trade procedures through one portal. He has registered his company information, applied for the necessary permit, certificates and licenses, and all that remains is for him to get a text alert for clearance and movement of goods. And that's how simple facilitating international trade could be in a single window environment. You can offer competitive services to your trading partners in China, America, even here in a simpler, faster, and cost-effective way. Single window, the only way to Ghana's economic growth is in our hands.
Here's innovation from Goyle that takes you further. New Goyle Super Synthetic 5W20 and 5W30 lubes have been expertly crafted with the latest in liquid engineering technology, highly advanced for modern engines, prolongs oil change intervals, save you fuel, clean, protect and enhance engine performance. The way engines work has become complex, and GOIL has innovated to stay ahead. Expertly crafted lubricants that work excellently with all petrol and diesel engines of today. New GOIL Super Synthetic 5W20 and 5W30 lubes. Innovation that takes you further. GOIL. Good energy.
Welcome back from the break. Still watching Iron Port, and coming up next, the Ghana Ports and Harbours Authority has honored His Excellency the President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo for his leadership role in ensuring a lot of port efficiency in this country.
Present the gift to the President. Yes.
The Ghana Ports and Harbours Authority has honored the President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo with a beautiful trophy touting his insightful leadership for the port and maritime industry. In July this year, President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo was honored for his personal and government's commitment to modernizing Ghana's ports, which have positioned them as the preferred maritime trade gateway to Western Central Africa. The special award was conferred on President Akufo-Addo by the African Ports Awards Foundation in Accra, ahead of the 39th Council and Conference of Port Management Association of Western Central Africa in Accra. The Vice President, Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia, received the award on behalf of the President. During his recent engagement with Chief Executive Officers of companies within the TEMA enclave at the G.P.H.A headquarters, the Ghana Ports and Harbours Authority recognized the contribution of the President for the introduction of policies including the paperless system, which has brought efficiency in the port industry. The trophy, in the form of a miniature vessel, was accompanied by a brief but expressive citation and was presented to the President by the Chief Executive Officer of Ghana Shippers Authority, Benamita Bismarck, flanked by the Director General of G.P.H.A, Michael Luguje.
To Your Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, President of the Republic, with compliments from G.P.H.A on your strategic leadership for port efficiency. Another round of applause for him. Thank you very much, sir.
Other news and activities happening around the port industry locally next. The Ghana chapter of the International Chamber of Commerce, with support from the Global Alliance for Trade Facilitation, has held a stakeholders forum on the implementation of the World Trade Organization's Trade Facilitation Agreement in Accra. The forum was aimed at calling on government to commit fully to the implementation of some sections of the WTO agreement, which will create a level playing field for various actors in the area of international trade. Secretary for the International Chamber of Commerce, Ghana, Emmanuel Doni Kwame, whose outfit has been at the forefront in advocating for the implementation of the WTO trade agreement, said he is hopeful that government will engage the various stakeholders in addressing challenges associated with the implementation of the WTO agreement.
Today's workshop was just to monitor or more or less discuss our status of implementation as far as the key articles that we believe are very important to the private sector.
A chief revenue officer at the Ghana Customs Service, Fechin Akoto, was of the strong view that the passage of the trade agreement will rather boost trade and not to compromise it, as being feared by many.
When it comes to the issue of risk management, like 7.4, it has to do with using technology to cope up with trade.
With majority of Ghana's trade being channeled through the ports and the country's transit corridors, stakeholders and resource persons emphasize the need for government to take a critical stand in the implementation of Article 1, 3, 6 and 7 provisions of the WTO Trade Facilitation Agreement, which seeks to outline a blueprint on how governments can minimize losses and improve upon its revenue collection. Ghana Ports and Harbours Authority has hosted a Port Advisory Committee meeting where stakeholders and customers alike met to assess the phase of the port industry for the past year and discuss progressive measures for 2019. Edward Kofi Osei, Director of TEMA Port, addressing the stakeholders, emphasized G.P.H.'s commitment to top-notch customer service and assured that his office is open for complaints concerning dissatisfying services.
I believe that we at G.P.H.A, we are very open. We are very open to work with you, and I think we are working with you. If you think that the working relationship is not solid enough, please let us know, and we will continue to make it more solid.
Marketing and Corporate Affairs Manager of TEMA Port, Josephine Asante, indicated that cargo throughput has grown over the years and is poised to grow even more due to the port expansion project that's oncoming. She said G.P.H.A has devoted to engagement with economic operators of the Sahelian regions to make sure Ghana's ports secure transit traffic.
We can't afford to let the transit trade go away. So we took a mission. We went to Burkina Faso and Niger, and we spoke to everybody in the business, in the trade, and it looks like our efforts are being rewarded, because for transit imports there was a 14% increase from last year to this year.
Josephine Asante added that G.P.H.A is also committed to providing a conducive port environment for all stakeholders to work effectively. Frank Ebo Brown, head of legal of Meridian Port Services, updated that the TEMA port expansion, which is poised to transform the phase of Ghana's port industry, is on schedule, and the first phase will be ready for operations in June 2019.
Complete gate operation system, a radio frequency identification systems, for the trucks and all that. We have the license plate recognition systems, the optical character recognition systems. All these technologies are going to be deployed in the project.
Dr. Yaopong, CEO of International Maritime Hospital, indicated that measures are being taken to utilize the hospital facilities to its full potential.
From the beginning of next year, we should have most of the private health insurance companies on board.
With regards to port efficiency, Customs indicated that the paperless initiative has been helpful, with Customs now mobilizing revenue much more efficiently.
So the review of the paperless, has since resulted in enhanced trade facilitation with very high level of compliance.
Other stakeholders constituting freight forwarders and importers expressed concerns on the need for policy implementers such as Customs and G.P.H.A to update them on changes made at the port in order not to keep importers in the dark. International Port News.
Tanzania will receive World Bank financing for the port of Dar es Salaam to the amount of $305 million. It was announced after talks between President John Magufuli and Makhtar Diop, the World Bank's vice president for Africa. Tanzania is seeking a larger loan amounting to $785 million, which will be used for the various infrastructural projects. The $305 million is specifically directed for the expansion of the port and the tackling of deficiencies in its service. 3 years ago, the World Bank reported that the cost of inefficiencies at the port of Dar es Salaam was costing Tanzania and its neighbors a staggering $2.6 billion annually. UK's Marine Accident Investigation Branch has reported that a weak safety culture aboard the Liberian registered general cargo vessel SMN Explorer led to its fatal accident in February 2018. On February 1st, a crewman from the cargo vessel SMN Explorer was fatally crashed while working on deck when a stowage space hatch cover fell on him. He was part of a working party stowing cargo slings used for the discharge of the ship's cargo at Alexandra Dock, Kings Lynn, England. The accident occurred when the crewman climbed up the inside of the open hatch cover after its locking pins had been removed. The weight of the crewman caused the hatch cover to topple forward and slam shut. The world's premier digital industrial company, GE and Transnet, Africa's largest and most developed rail and ports operators, are teaming up in partnership to digitize Africa's transport sector. The two companies have been in partnership for 10 years and now propose to deliver a digital solution that will seamlessly connect shippers and transport operators, making it dramatically easier for a company to understand pricing and capacity on the network, plan a shipment, and get goods to market.
Oh, come let us adore Him, Christ the Lord. Hooray! We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Hip, 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 hooray!
A Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Papa no ye, Bonnie Dienko.
Here's innovation from Goyle that takes you further. New Goyle Super Synthetic 5W20 and 5W30 lubes have been expertly crafted with the latest in liquid engineering technology, highly advanced for modern engines, prolongs oil change intervals, save you fuel, clean, protect and enhance engine performance. The way engines work has become complex, and Goyle has innovated to stay ahead. Expertly crafted lubricants that work excellently with all petrol and diesel engines of today. New Goyle Super Synthetic 5W20 and 5W30 lubes. Innovation that takes you further. Goyle. Good energy.
Next up are schedules of vessels that are sitting in the port already, those that are at anchorage, also those expected in the coming week, plus the Bank of Ghana exchange rate that you need to know to be able to clear your goods out of the port. The end of the year is almost here, and we have to say a big thank you to all our partners and supporters who continue to make this program the best within the industry and within the business community. Ghana Community Network Services, GCNet, West Blue Consulting, Ghana Oil Company Limited. All of you have made this possible. Also the men and women who support with their brains and all their understanding in this area to make the program very possible. The Director General of the Ports and Harbours Authority, also the General Manager Marketing and Corporate Affairs with her deputy, all of them supporting to make this program the best. We will be profiling some of the things that we have done in the past year, some of the results that have come out of it. We will also be analyzing the entire year with some of the key players, including the Director General, the Commissioner General of Ghana Revenue Authority, and all of that. Folks, that should be it for this week's edition of Eye on Port. Thank you for watching the program, and also thanks to the entire crew: Robert Nyantechi, Godwin Kabuti, Solomon Anderson, Joe Bone, Joe Lavo, and also all the interns who make this program very, very possible. Thanks for watching.